This is completely irrelevant because we're not even going to be focusing on doing online stages for a very long time. Hello, welcome to Shocking to 1000 of Poly for Duty. Welcome you back to more Splatoon. Last time, we finished things off officially with the Amiibo challenge for the Inkling girl, leaving us with just 2 Amiibos left between Inkling Boy and Inkling Squid. This time, we are going to be starting off doing one of those 2 Amiibo challenges. But which one is it that we're going to be doing first? Because I did actually give you a little trivial quest of saying which one do you think will be happening first. And obviously you lot haven't actually voted yet because I haven't uploaded the video, but if you are indeed voting for the comments in the video that's going to be released shortly, then you probably will know. But the correct answer is Inkling Boy. It was originally going to be Inkling Squid, but I realised that when we was doing the Let's Play during Octo Valley, we actually noticed that we did a test run with this Amiibo to see if it is indeed compatible with Splatoon for the Nintendo Wii U. And we already saw exactly what kind of challenge the Inkling Boy wanted us to do, which was to use a roller. So we're going to try and do as best as we can, because obviously we're going to be showing basically 2 missions here, and then the next episode we will immediately do a boss bonanza like we did with the charger. So you probably haven't actually seen me use a roller yet, to be honest, so this actually is a completely new weapon. Rollers, they allow you to spread a huge wide range of ink, but they do eat up your ink meter. The only problem with this weapon is that it doesn't have a really good movability factor when it comes to turning. So if you're trying to turn and run away from your opponents, you can immediately get killed. You can either just mash this set R button to do that, or jump up and ink it that way. But I know in Splatoon 2 it was actually different, because when you used a roller in Splatoon 1, every time you did a jump attack, you flicked it down in a horizontal fashion. But in Splatoon 2, instead of horizontal, they did it in a vertical pattern. Oh, bless me. That's from having the light in the bathroom shining in. Even though I'm in my bedroom, which is completely in the opposite end of the house compared to my bathroom, so yeah. So yeah, with rollers, you can either kill enemies by doing that, or by running into them. With the Octarians, it's easy, but with the Inklings, it's a little bit different. Because when you're doing online matches, you will often do that rolling move, hit an enemy, and then just bounce off them. Because it requires doing that 2 times to actually properly kill another Inkling when you're doing Turf War. Which is why I don't often use these rollers. I mean, the rollers are actually a good weapon. I'm not going to say that they aren't. But all weapons, and I am serious about this, every single weapon in this game has a plus side and a downside. Because when Splatoon was going through the phase of having regular updates, the updates were not based on making the game behave better. They were basically made to make modifications to these weapons. And occasionally, the weapons were to either be have an increase in incapacity or a decrease in like a range of damage. So they always did like something to make modifications to it. So it's like they have an increase in something, a decrease in something, or something else. Yeah? You kind of understand where I'm coming from with this. So yeah, obviously we're going to be focusing on doing all of the left column ones, because the majority of the challenges you get given for Inkling Boy are exactly the same as Inkling Girls, because they start off with missions 1, 2 and 3. We also have missions 4, which wasn't actually part of Inkling Girls' challenge ratio, I think, because I think the next challenges after Inkling Girl, after 1, 2 and 3, were 7, 8 and 9. I could be wrong. Yeah, my memory is not really the greatest. I mean, I could look at the video, but the only trouble is I haven't actually imported it on my laptop yet, so it's still on my iPad. So, oh god. So, we might be in a stalemate. Oh, frick. Once again... Oh, actually, something else I can actually talk about. Remember last time when I was like talking about faulty controls with my gamepad? Where it was like, I'm holding left and then I let go, and my character still keeps running to the left anyway? I managed to fix that problem. I actually found a video on YouTube where someone had a similar problem to this, except it was every time they held up and down, the control was going a bit janky, because he was having no problem going left and right because they stopped immediately, but when going up, they carried on moving up, going down, they kept moving down. And somebody said in the comment underneath that the best method to do this is to rotate your left thumbstick in one direction, like clockwise or anti-clockwise, followed by blowing into the left thumbstick. I thought that was completely and utterly stupid, but when I tried it and then turned on the Wii U and went onto the home menu, every single time I kept holding left and right, the cursor stopped immediately. So I had no problem with my controls now. So ever since, I've just been doing that with my gamepad. I've just been rotating my thumbstick, blowing into it, and just then eventually playing the game again. I do the same thing with my Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers, because occasionally, every time when I'm holding down on my thumbstick, obviously it does move, but there's a very, very rare occasion where I'm not even... Actually, no, it's not rare now, because it's now more likely common. I don't even touch the thumbstick at all, but instead I put the Joy-Con down where the thumbstick is facing up into the sky, and every single time, regardless if it's a game or the home menu, it always moves the cursor down when the thumbstick isn't even being touched. I have no understanding of why my Nintendo Switch Joy-Con does that, but honestly it does. I don't know if there's a way to actually fix that, but yeah, it's not like I'm wanting to get myself a new Nintendo Switch controller just because I want to like actually play games with controllers that don't act janky, because, well, as you can pretty much tell, the Nintendo Switch controllers cost like £75, which I think is completely stupid. Because controllers should never ever cost that much. Especially if they're brand new. So, anyway, because what do you guys think? Do you think that the Nintendo Joy-Con controller should be worth, yeah. Do you think they should be worth £75, or do you think they should be worth like 15 or 20? Because I am actually curious about what you guys would think. Oh god, I literally hate it when they... Right, just do this. There you go. Easy peasy. That's basically how you were supposed to kill those guys when you did this mission brand new. I just chose not to do it because I wanted to make it look more interesting. Hi. Doing the exact same thing we did last time we did this mission instead of nearly running off the cliff. And there we go. Right. Ugh. Of course, just like I say, same thing again. After the end of this episode, I will be doing the rest of the missions off camera. And, oh, Invisible Avenues. That's going to be a fun one to do with the roller. But yeah, we will be unlocking the bosses, and we will be, you know, doing the next episode based on doing all 5 of the bosses. And then, after we've done Inkling Boys challenges, followed by all of Inkling Squid's challenges, we will be moving on to, well, I actually don't know, like, we will be moving on to the squid, yes. But after we've done the squid, I believe we will be showing all the unlockable content that we unlocked after beating the challenges. Oh boy. Okay, so we had no choice but to do that. But yeah, I'm actually not going to lie. Doing these challenges is actually pretty interesting. Right, there we go. Just do that to recover my ink. Yeah, I think you can tell the reason why with Splatoon 2 they decided to change the fact that the roller decides to paint in a vertical slice when you jump up in the air, compared to Splatoon 1 being all horizontal slice anyway, because it was really hard for you to actually paint the wall to make it easier for you to actually like, you know, paint enough of the wall to eventually climb up it, is what I'm saying. It's very hard for me to think of certain things to say, guys, okay? Like I say, my vocabulary is awful. It's not really the greatest in the world. It's almost like half the time somebody's talking about something and you're just thinking like, what the hell are they talking about? And you try to fit in, but you make yourself look like a mockery. Because you can't understand. You really can't understand what they are even talking about. But, yeah. I'm kind of in that scenario. I wish I was able to be more sociable with other people and like have proper conversations and that, but it's not easy, okay? It really isn't. I try my hardest. So anyway, final mission in the first column. In fact, there's actually something I should technically ask you guys. Because some of you might have actually seen the Amiibo challenges for Splatoon 1 with the squid. When it comes to the point of us actually doing the squid challenges, should I actually show every single one of them, or should I just show a couple of them? I am curious actually. I want you guys to like decide, because obviously, well, to be honest, I think it probably might be me deciding anyway, because every single time I ask a question for you guys to answer, you very rarely answer it, to be honest. It's like with this Amiibo challenge. I was expecting like 1,000 votes, and I only got 4. Only got 4. So, yeah. Kind of disappointing if you ask me, guys, because I'm making an effort to make my videos at least satisfying for you guys to watch. And half the time I feel like I'm not being given good treatment, if you ask me. It's like I'm spending all my time and effort to make videos, giving you guys an option of what you want to see done first, only to then see that, oh, hang on, we have a vote, but we're not even going to bother to vote. Because that's kind of hurtful, that is. Because it's hurtful for me, because I'm literally making an effort to, you know, I'm not even going to carry on ranting on about it. I mean, it's like I said, you don't have to do things if you don't want to, but I would greatly appreciate if you do. Like, if you... Okay, I was clearly climbing up the wall there. If you want to see something done, don't be afraid to comment to me what you want to see done. Because I can't read books by its cover, okay? I mean, technically I can read books by its cover, but when I mean that as a saying, I mean I cannot judge a book by its cover, as in like I can't tell what you guys want to see done first because you're not even telling me. It's like you're expecting me to read your minds. And I don't really want that. Well, anyway, we're close to the end of the stage now anyway. And obviously this flood is going to get turned on any minute. Oh, the key's right down there. Right, climb up that real quick. There you go. Open that up. And there we go. That's the entire left column done of the Inkling Boy challenges. Ugh. And we're also going to be ending things off here. So next time on Splatoon, we will be doing the Amiibo challenges of the bosses, because I will be doing these off camera, because I can tell you, even though Flooded Junkyard might sound interesting for you to watch me do, honestly, it won't be. Because between Mission 12 and Mission 25, Mission 12 is easy to do because they hardly have any flooders about. But mission 25, you could tell how intense it was for me every time I played that level. Because even though there was a map on the gamepad, I never ever pay attention to the map on the gamepad, so I had no idea where the flooders were, with a whole maze of walls to make things seem more interesting for me to try and avoid every single bit. See you guys then.